Hey guys, I'm Dakota Ebare, and we're here in Brooklyn, Texas. This is my home. This is where I live. We're right here in between Sam Rayburn and Toledo Bend. It's a great place to live and fish, and you know, I've been fortunate enough for the last year to build my dream home. And this is my bass cave, so you guys come check it out. So the shop here is a 30 by 60 actually, and I built that just so I could fit 2 boats and 2 trucks in here. Kyle's in here right now. Like I said, we're fixing to go to the Invitational. He stayed during the Toyota Series as well. Both of us had a good event there. Both of us top 10, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, so the shop is 30 by 60, and I'm not actually completely done with it yet. So you'll see that, you know, my the back driveway area is not done. Hopefully we can win a little bit more money this year and finish that. So I'm actually going to eventually have a complete pull through to where you don't have to back down the driveway. But I put drains in the back floor back here, so the boats will always be parked right there, so that all the water and stuff goes in there and drains out into the yard. You don't want to mess inside your shop. So I put a lot of thought into this. This is actually, you know, this is my dream setup for, you know, for fishing and for my business. Being organized is a big part of being successful, I feel like. So being able to keep my boat in here, keep it, you know, clean, and be able to work on it if I have any issues or anything like that, just doing routine maintenance, all of that's a big deal, you know. So I put a lot of thought into kind of how I was going to design this to make it efficient to do that. So we got our boat, my truck set up right here. Like I said, it's all hooked up, ready to go for in the morning when we leave out. I've got my countertops here with storage underneath, and then I've got all these cabinets stored up here. We've got tackle and stuff in every one of these. I've got all my extra Lew's reels right here, or some of them at least. I've got a ton of, let's see, these are a bunch of the KVD jerkbaits. These are the new ones, the Elites. This is the new deep diving Elite jerkbait. Comes with really good hooks to begin with. It's a great bait right out of the package. I've got a bunch of them in the boat already. Actually was throwing around jerkbait quite a bit in the Invitational that I fished a couple weeks ago, and I was throwing around a jerkbait quite a bit at the Toyota Series last week where I got 6th though. But yeah, so I keep all of my hard baits kind of organized in these first couple boxes. We've got a bunch of extra 6XDs, 8XDs, got some 10XDs. We got some tungsten thunder crickets up there. Same thing through here. This is a bunch of like Series 3s, 5XDs. And so I'm slowly starting to learn all the codes, working with Strike King now for a couple years. So, you know, for example, right here, so this HC4-561, so this is going to be a Series 4 crankbait from Strike King, and the 561 is the color code, which is chartreuse powder blue. And that is, in my opinion, the only color that you need here in East Texas. If they don't bite this one, I'm probably not catching them on a crankbait. You can see right here, I've actually got a couple of them that are beat up a little bit. These have been thrown around quite a bit in the last couple tournaments. Ooh, I'm gonna throw it. Couple tournaments here on Sam Rayburn. This one's got some teeth marks. That thing's been chomped. I can't forget about this though. So Ty Moorhead is a really good buddy of mine. His dad, Jason Moorhead, is actually the builder that helped me design my house and built my house. And we were sitting around talking. We're like, man, and they're actually really good fishermen as well on Sam Rayburn and Toledo Bend. There's some local hammers, and we were talking like, man, what am I going to do with all my extra rods and stuff that I don't have in my rod coffins in my truck right now? And so Jason actually come up with the idea of doing this and building these lockers. So I've got all my extra rods stored right here, a bunch of Signature Series and stuff that I have stored. These are a bunch of I'm not probably going to be doing a whole lot of super deep cranking, but see, wasn't lying about that chartreuse powder blue. This is a CC6. This is the KVD cranking rod, and this is my setup for that 6XD. I just got an extra one here, so when I get back for the Toledo Bend Toyota Series in a couple weeks, it'll be ready to rock and roll. But yeah, this is a great idea Jason had to store all these rods. I mean, I don't know how many I have right here right now, but it does a really good job. I'm gonna actually add some little like little strings to go across here just to keep them, because you know, once you get digging in there, they might fall out a little bit, but it actually does hold them pretty well, honestly. That little kicker plate at the bottom was key, keeping those rods from sliding out. You don't want them falling over the place for sure. But so we're making our way down here. You know, I've got my boat positioned right here close, and you know, I could have made this shop a little bit bigger, right? It's a 30 by 60. I could have made it a little bit bigger, but I actually like it the dimensions that it is, because it allows me to keep my boat right here close. I've got plenty of room to walk, plenty of space. I can get anything I need, but whenever I come in from a tournament, I can be in my boat and toss stuff onto here, onto the countertop, and that way I can take out everything I don't need, organize it, and then everything that I do need, I can just easily set right here on the boat and get it in there nicely and efficient. efficiently. So it's a really good process for taking stuff in and out, you know. It makes everything really nice and simple for organizing everything, you know. I've got, like I said, all kind of various stuff stored down through here. Right here, I've got all my Strike King line, all that stuff organized right in there like that. And so I've already got, like I said, all my line that I need in the truck. But if I need some extra, I know where it's at. It's right here in this cabinet. Up here up top, I've got all my trophies stored up here. You know, I've got some really good memories over the last few years, honestly. Great memories, man, fishing in all these Major League Fishing events. I don't know how many I've fished in the last 7 years, but I would imagine we probably set a record some way. Jody White would know. Like, we need to ask Jody how many tournaments I've fished with Major League Fishing in the last 7 years. But it's been a fun ride, man. It's been a lot of fun. And honestly, I wouldn't have this place if it wouldn't be for the success I've had with these trophies. So they're kind of I don't know, it means a lot, you know, honestly. And I'm very thankful for it. I don't take any of it for granted. I can vividly remember, you know, like, for example, where's it at? There's the James River right here, 2022. I remember pulling up on a wing dam with like 3 minutes left to fish, make one cast and catch a 6-pounder, and I don't get that second place trophy if it wouldn't be for that 6-pounder. You know, just cool stuff like that. Clark's Hill right here, won that tournament last year. It was my first major victory on a national tour, which actually reminds me, I'm about to climb up here. So Cal was staying at my house last week for the Invitational, and he got second place. And so I told him, I said, man, you don't owe me anything. Well, I left to go to another tournament, and he stayed here for a couple more days. And then he called me and said, hey, I left you some money up here. And me and Rob were talking about that, and we were talking about this trophy, and I was like, oh, wait, I got my money up here. So thank you, Cal. I almost forgot about it. That's going to buy us dinner tonight. So that's pretty cool, man. But and I got my Sam Rayburn trophy here from last year as well. That was an awesome memory. Day one got canceled. Weather was really bad. Day two, I only had like 15 pounds, but on day three, actually day two of competition, I had like 30, right at 33, and ended up winning. Barely beat out Wyatt Frankins, who's a local hammer. So that was a pretty cool deal, man. And just the other day, Colby Miller set the record, I think, for the most weight ever in a 3-day Toyota Series event. So a lot of cool stuff going on around here in this area. So I'm just very thankful to live here and be able to be a part of all that, you know. All right, so as we make our way around the shop over here, so all this stuff on this side is all the fishing stuff, right? This is where I park my boat. Kyle's boat's over there, guest boats stay over there. This is where I'm gonna park mine every time so I can easily transfer tackle. This side over here is kind of more random stuff. Well, right now it's random, but I've got tools and stuff here on this end, and then those cabinets kind of transition into hunting stuff. I've got all my trail cameras, all my cell cameras that are out of the woods right now. They're all in those cabinets. I've got my saddle and all my like hunting stuff that I use for public land down there on the bottom. And then, yeah, just kind of random assorted stuff. Got a bunch of GoPro, like filming stuff in those cabinets. Up here up top, we've got my Berkeley Big Bass check from the Heavy Hitters event on Caney last year. So that was a pretty cool memory. On day one of the qualifying round, I caught a 9.4. And then on day two, I actually caught a 9.5 and beat my own record out there on that one. So that was pretty cool. Got that bonus check there for catching big bass in the qualifying round from my group. And then the nightmare kind of started during the knockout round, which ended up actually, I mean, I qualified for the championship round, but I had the $50,000 fish in my hands 3 times, and I lost her. Like, well, 3 different fish. I lost one that was like 7, and I lost another one that was like 9, and another one that was over that. So I had 3 opportunities to have a $50,000 check right beside it, but instead Randy Howell has it in his garage. So you're welcome, Randy. And then down here, so yeah, everybody likes to talk about my cowboy and rodeo days. So my mom actually framed that a long time ago, and she had it in her house, and she's like, here, you need to put this in your shop. So that was a deal. So I used to be a bullfighter, and if you don't know, so it's a part of my life that I miss dearly because I had a lot of fun, and I actually wouldn't be fishing today if it wouldn't be for the fact that I moved to Texas from Louisiana to rodeo. I got a rodeo scholarship at Tarleton State University. I've got my Tarleton jersey hanging up over there from when I fished in college, but I actually got a rodeo scholarship at Tarleton to help out with the rodeo team, bullfighting around there, which allowed me to pursue my education in Texas. I ended up fishing in college. I met up with some buddies, Justin Seaton, Zach Zober, a bunch of those guys, and fished with them in college, got to be friends with them, and it took off from there. So I had to hang up my bullfighting gear, and here we are now making a living bass fishing. I'm very thankful for that, but I do miss my rodeo days dearly, honestly, and hopefully one day I can get back into it. We've got 12 acres here, and eventually, hopefully I'm gonna take out these trees right here, level off some ground, build me an arena, and I can start roping in the off season. So that'll be really fun. I'm looking forward to that. So that's like my next project somewhere down the road. We got some more bullfighting stuff here. $10,000 from Cumberland from the Toyota Series Championship. That Toyota Series Championship is the best paying tournament in bass fishing, without a doubt. There's bonuses all over the place, pays out a ton of money. But that tournament is actually a heartbreaker because I was 5 keepers away from winning like $245,000 after contingencies at the time. I still to this day do not know what happened in that tournament. Like on day 3, I really felt like I had them dialed in. Weather conditions were the same, and somehow I managed to only catch 3 keepers that day. So, and I think I ended up, what, 2nd or 3rd or something like that. But so my mom put these together also. So these are, these are tire qualifiers. These 2 are, and then this is actually from my first Red Crest. But, it's pretty cool to have this memorabilia. They don't have the title championship anymore, but this has been great moments, in my career, being a part of that whenever they had those events. And then here having my first Red Crest that I ever went to. This year I'll be competing in my 2nd Red Crest, so I'm excited about that in a couple weeks. But man, just looking at this, this is legends of the sport right here on this thing. And for me to be on this is really special to me because a lot of the guys that are on this poster motivated me and inspired me to pursue this career in professional fishing. Kevin Van Dam, Andy Morgan, Jarrett Littner, Chris Lane, Todd Fairclough lives here right down the road from me. The list goes on and on. Casey Ashley and I have become great friends. They're legends of the sport on this, and for me to be a part of that is really special, It's another title qualifier deal here from 2022. That was at the La Crosse, Wisconsin event. Jimmy Washam smoked him in that one, I think. Right inside here, I've got my washroom and my house, honestly. You walk right through here. Kyle and Joe and all of them are in there. I don't know what they're doing, but I guarantee they're making a mess for sure. But I'm gonna get in here because I've got to finish packing, and we're almost done. Buster's fixing to run out. Stay. Nope, stay, Buster. But I'm gonna finish packing, and I've got some family in town. My cousin's here and his fiance and their kids and stuff. So we're gonna pack. We're gonna get on the road for West Point. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see y'all down the road.